Imagine a night where the worlds of old-school boxing and modern social media collide. What happens when a living legend is pushed too far by a brash young provocateur? Can you picture the explosive moment when Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time, unleashes his fury on Jake Paul, the controversial YouTube star turned fighter, after a deeply personal insult? In the world of boxing, few names carry the weight and legacy of Mike Tyson. Known for his ferocious power and undeniable presence, Tyson dominated the heavyweight division in the 1980s and 1990s, becoming a legend both inside and outside the ring. On the other hand, Jake Paul, a social media star turned professional boxer, has become one of the most polarizing figures in modern boxing. His brash personality and knack for self-promotion have earned him both fans and critics alike. The collision of these two vastly different personas was bound to create sparks, but no one could have anticipated the dramatic encounter that unfolded when Tyson punched Paul after a heated exchange involving Tyson's daughter. The boxing community was already buzzing with anticipation. Jake Paul had made headlines with his transition from YouTube to the boxing ring, winning a series of high-profile bouts against other influencers and former athletes. His brash demeanor and unfiltered trash talk had ruffled many feathers, but it was this very attitude that drew viewers and filled arenas. Mike Tyson, having made a sensational comeback to the sport with exhibition matches, remained a revered figure in the boxing world. His transition to a mentor and ambassador for the sport showcased his growth and maturity, yet the ferocity of his past was never far from memory. Tensions began to rise when Paul, in one of his typical promotional stunts, started making comments about various boxing legends. In a bid to grab attention, he mocked Tyson's legacy, calling him washed up and irrelevant in today's boxing scene. These comments did not sit well with Tyson, but he chose to remain silent, hoping the younger generation would eventually show respect. The charity gala was supposed to be a night of celebration and fundraising, bringing together celebrities, athletes, and influencers to support a noble cause. Both Tyson and Paul were invited, with the organizers hoping their presence would draw significant attention and donations. The event started smoothly, with guests mingling, taking photographs, and enjoying the entertainment. However, the atmosphere began to shift when Paul took to the stage for a brief speech. Known for his unpredictable nature, Paul seized the opportunity to provoke the crowd and, more specifically, Mike Tyson. With a microphone in hand, Paul began his speech by acknowledging the boxing greats in the room. However, his tone quickly shifted to one of sarcasm and mockery. "It's an honor to be here with so many legends," he said, "especially the ones who can still remember their glory days. Mike Tyson, everyone, the guy who was knocking people out before I was even born. Isn't it funny how times change?" The room fell silent as Paul's words hung in the air. Tyson, sitting at a table with friends and family, remained stoic, his eyes fixed on the young provocateur. Paul, sensing the tension, decided to push further. And speaking of the past, Paul continued, "I heard Tyson's daughter is trying to follow in his footsteps. Let's hope she doesn't bite off more than she can chew, if you know what I mean." This crass comment crossed the line, not just for Tyson, but for everyone in attendance. Tyson's daughter, a young woman pursuing her own career and dreams, had been unfairly dragged into Paul's attempt at humor. The disrespect was palpable, and the room seemed to hold its breath, waiting for Tyson's reaction. For a moment, it seemed as though Tyson might let the comment slide, maintaining his composure in the face of blatant disrespect. But the protective instinct of a father, coupled with the latent fury of a former champion, proved too powerful to contain. In a flash, Tyson rose from his seat and made his way to the stage. Paul, still holding the microphone, looked momentarily stunned but quickly adopted a defensive posture. The crowd watched in shock as Tyson, without a word, delivered a swift, powerful punch to Paul's jaw, sending him sprawling to the floor. The room erupted into chaos. Security rushed to the stage, guests screamed, and cameras flashed, capturing the shocking moment. Paul lay on the ground, dazed and struggling to regain his composure, while Tyson stood over him, his face a mask of anger and disappointment. The incident quickly made headlines around the world. Social media exploded with reactions, as fans and critics alike weighed in on the altercation. Some praised Tyson for defending his daughter's honor, while others condemned the use of violence, regardless of the provocation. Jake Paul, ever the showman, wasted no time in capitalizing on the attention. He took to social media, posting a video from his hospital bed with a swollen jaw and a defiant message. "Mike Tyson sucker punched me because he couldn't handle the truth," he said, wincing slightly. "I'll be back, stronger and better. This isn't over." Tyson, on the other hand, issued a public apology, acknowledging that his reaction had been impulsive and regrettable. "I let my emotions get the better of me," he admitted in a statement. "No matter the provocation, I should have handled the situation differently. I apologize to Jake Paul, his family, and my fans. Violence is never the answer." The boxing community was split at his reaction to the incident. Some of Tyson's former opponents and contemporaries, such as Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, expressed their support for Tyson, understanding the instinct to protect one's family. "Mike's always been a passionate guy," Holyfield remarked. "He's a father first and foremost. I get why he reacted the way he did." Others, including some of the sport's younger stars, took a more critical view. "There's no excuse for that kind of behavior," said Canelo Alvarez. "We're professionals, and we need to set a better example." What Jake said was out of line, but Mike should have kept his cool. The incident inevitably sparked discussions about a potential rematch, but this time, not just in the realm of social media jabs. Promoters began to speculate about the possibility of an official boxing match between Tyson and Paul. The event would undoubtedly draw massive attention and revenue, pitting the old guard against the new in a battle of eras. Paul, always eager to seize an opportunity, expressed his willingness to step into the ring with Tyson. "If Mike wants to settle this like real men, I'm game," he announced in a video. "Let's do this in the ring, where it belongs." Tyson, however, was more hesitant. "I'm not interested in fighting for the sake of spectacle," he said in an interview. "Boxing is a sport I respect deeply. I'd only consider it if it's something meaningful, not just a circus act." In the days and weeks following the incident, both Tyson and Paul took time to reflect on their actions and the broader implications. For Tyson, the punch was a stark reminder of the demons he had fought to overcome throughout his life. His journey from troubled youth to world champion, and later to a more reflective, grounded individual, had been marked by struggles with anger and control. "I've spent years trying to manage my temper and live a peaceful life," Tyson confessed in a candid interview. "This incident was a setback, but it's also a wake-up call. I need to be better, not just for myself, but for my family and my fans." Paul, on the other hand, saw the altercation as both a challenge and an opportunity. Known for his ability to turn controversy into content, he began to train harder, using the incident as motivation to improve his boxing skills. "I've always thrived on proving people wrong," he said. "This is just another chapter in my story. I'm going to come back stronger, and I'm going to earn the respect I deserve." Public opinion remained sharply divided. Some saw Paul as a provocateur who finally got what he deserved, while others viewed him as a victim of Tyson's uncontrollable temper. Meanwhile, Tyson's supporters rallied around him, emphasizing his journey of redemption and the understandable instinct to protect his family. The incident also sparked broader conversations about the culture of trash talk and respect in sports. Many argued that Paul's behavior was indicative of a larger trend where the boundaries of decency and respect were increasingly being pushed in the name of entertainment and social media clout. As the dust settled, the incident between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul left an indelible mark on both their legacies. For Tyson, it was a reminder of the ongoing battle to balance his ferocity with the wisdom and restraint he had worked so hard to cultivate. For Paul, it was a lesson in the consequences of provocation and the realities of stepping into a world where respect is hard-earned and easily lost. Whether or not they eventually face off in the ring, the clash between Tyson and Paul will be remembered as a defining moment in the intersection of traditional boxing and the new era of social media-driven sports entertainment. It highlighted the enduring relevance of respect and honor in a sport that, despite its brutality, is deeply rooted in discipline and mutual respect. Thanks for joining us. If you want to stay updated on the latest drama and stories from the world of boxing and beyond, make sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell for notifications on our newest videos. Until next time, keep your guard up and stay tuned for more knockout content.